Yes, we are back. Well, I am back again in a Train Sim World number, and this is going to be a shock. It's not number 1 because it wasn't number 1. It's not number 2 because that followed the one that wasn't number 1, which technically should have been number 2. No, number 2 should be number... Anyway, it's not number 2. It's not number 3. It's not number 4. It's not number 6. It's Train Sim World 5. We're back in that. Where I fancy going to Scotland. But before I can do that, I've got to stream. So I thought, well, before I can stream, I may as well... No, before I can go to Scotland, I may as well stream, and then I can go to Scotland. Because that seems to be a thing. So that's what I'm doing. No idea which route. Haven't decided yet. Which is why I'm here on my own, because I couldn't decide which route I'm going to do. But that's what the plan is. There'll be some routes in the Scotland thing. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, and you're still watching, what's wrong with you? I mean, thank you. Hello, good evening, and welcome. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get things. I don't know what things. I haven't done the links yet because this is live and it isn't on YouTube yet. Well, it is for you, but it's not for me because it goes... look, just check the links in the thing to things. There we go. Good evening then to Aidan, and thanks for the follow, by the way. To Trent, to Ethan, to Colin, to Connor, to Pina. And to Stokey. Yeah, no idea which route I'm going to do. Watch out for wild haggis. Yeah, if you're going to go and buy haggis in the shops, you've got to make sure that they've still got the legs on. If you try and buy a haggis and it's got no legs, they haven't been caught humanely. Because if you scare a haggis, its legs fall off. So always look out for a haggis. If you've got to buy one, buy it with its legs on. So when you go to your butcher's and you want to buy a haggis, say, hey, hello, Mr. Butcher person. Can I have a haggis, please? And can you make sure its legs are still on? And they'll charge extra for that. They might look at you a bit strangely, but then they'll charge extra for it. Anyway, that's the thing. What's the one with the... I was about to say, what's the one with the Fife Bridge in it? So I think it might be this one. We'll start with this one anyway. Timmy table. Oh, the 170. We'll go to the 170 Timmy table. Because that's the thing. And then we'll go... Glenrose with Thornton. Whoever Thornton is. We can do the 11. Edinburgh to Waverley to 11. That's the extension bit, isn't it? We'll do that then. Do the other Timmy. Why? I'll do the other one then. See if I care. More trains. Okay. Chocolate. Why are you saying chocolate? Mark Inch. Who's he? Nice guy. Mark Inch and Edinburgh Waverley. We'll do that one. We're going to change the time of the year because why not? Thorntons. Oh yeah, I did say Thorntons. Let's do this one then. Drive it rather than conduct it. You need your dessert from your yummy tea. A plate full of beans with some bread and some scrambled eggs. It was the weirdest tea. Although, what did I have? I had chicken chips and did a southern style gravy that was really thick over the top, and it was rather yummy. It's weird because you are Peanut. Right. Unlock doors. I've got a thing. Oh, reversing to forward. Windows. I'm more weird. Oh, that's noisy. That seems like a normal tea for us British people. It was chicken went out of date yesterday, so if I start throwing up, halfway through the stream, then we know that why. Or multiple people at work went home today because of this lurgy that's around, so that might kill me off. Right, unlocking the doors. There we go. Doors are unlocked. Gammon and chips. Can't beat a bit of gammon. Well, you can beat it. It just seems pointless because it's already dead. Right, where are we going? Glenrose with Thornton. cardamom. Isn't that the spicy poddy thing? Lock jelly. Beating up cows. Dunfermline Queen Margaret. Dunfermline City. Rosyth. Inverkeithing. Nice guy, Keith. North Queensferry. That's where Ethan lives. Dalmatian. Edinburgh Gateway. That's the old supermarket from the 1970s. A market for hay. And the Edinburgh place you wave at. It can't be a bit of gammon. My button isn't working. I said this. Wait until 7:30. Okay, fine. I'll wait then. So yeah, the reason I'm not joined by idiots tonight is because I genuinely didn't know which route I was going to do, and it's difficult to try and plan something when you don't know what you're doing yourself. But there will be idiots tomorrow, and Thursday, and Friday, I think. Are we single-handed? Here we are. Okay. That one then. Off we go. Hey Steve, first stream on Twitch. Been watching your stream since lockdown. Thank you for being such a cool YouTuber. There's someone who's quite clearly into midweek drinking. But thank you. Are we single-handed? Unfortunately I am, but anyway, the train I'm all about. Hello train, I'm going to horn you. Hang on. I horned. I definitely did some horning. We're on the way. Oh yeah, I watched just before coming up here. What's his face? The Doctor Who guy. For the BAFTAs, did his rendition of 500 Miles. Really good. David Tennant, that's the one. It was a really good rendition of 500 Miles as well. And he was wearing a skirt and everything. Good guy, what's his face? Yeah. So you might do the run down here and then do Cath's Circle. Do a run in Cath's Circle. Do people wear underwear under a kilt? Well, the rumor, the legend is that you don't, but I think you do. Cath has a circle. I can't remember the lyrics. Speed is happening slowly. I'm coming to Scotland then. Get me a kilt. When I wake up, well, I know I'm going to be.
Oh,
hello.
Yeah.
LCFs. Hang on. I've just worked it out. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Back the pony up a second. I've just worked out, I think, what the LCFC stands for. I don't know how I feel about that. Is it Stoke? Oh, look, I'm a Wolverhampton fan, but I can't work out how to spell Wolverhampton, so I put Liverpool instead. It could be Lincoln. What, the American president? It could be a fan of the American presidents. Didn't he when he got shot? Oh shit, hang on, that's fast. Bear with me. Leicester. Who's a fan of Leicester? It's like admitting you're a Swindon Town fan. No one does that. That was Trump. Oh yeah, we can only hope. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kenobi? Kenobi, you're my only hope. I've stopped. We're going again. Your friend is a proper Sunderland fan. Make that person an ex-friend. For some strange reason, the brakes came on then. You can. Oh, is it your special friend? It's your friend. Okay. Well, you know, everyone's got other downsides. Hang on. So you're on a hot date watching me? Some people really need to get out more. He's not here yet. Oh, he's coming round. Oh, I see. You have him on your special cuddles. Right, we're now arriving. Oh, we're actually early. At Glenrose with Thornton. No, I think that was one-sided, Colin. Oh, I went into emergency. That's why it's not liking it. Well, I stopped. Doors are opening on the right-hand side of the train. Because if they opened on the left, it would be a long jump. Where's he going with his suitcase? Your girlfriend just installed Twitch just to be in the stream. Seriously, there's nothing on Netflix you could be watching, nothing on YouTube. You've got there's no romantic film. Go out for a walk. Spoons. Go have a meal in Spoons. That's cheap. Go and watch some cars on an A road or something. There's got to be something else going on in your life. Wait until 7:37. You could watch Bridget Jones. Mrs. Jones. Listen, no, Stokey, it's not 1974 again. Could watch Steve Zomsy videos. Oh God, no. Why would you want to do that? At the 8:59. Lock doors. Doors are locking. There is no escape. Cardamom. Cardamom is next. Hang on, you're using the term bro. Oh dear. Condiment. It's cardamom. Oh, I'm going to be speeding. Oh, no, that's that one. That. Are we going to... Oh, no, there we go. I'm saying cardamom, as in cardamom seeds. Not condiment. You're just thinking of condom. Right. Oh, go. Cardamon's a seasoning. Oh, it's a pod. Little pod things you get in like rice and stuff. You're in condom. Later, Pina. That's a better one. Right, onwards towards... Where are we going? I just looked at it, didn't I? Hang on. Edinburgh. We're going to Edinburgh W. The green light. The light is green. When's my next big trip? Nothing planned. The Isle of Wight next month. I was looking for... Oh god, that went up bendy. I was looking for flights into Phoenix today. Rather oddly, of places to go. That one was also green. Well, when I was going to plan my big American trip, part of it was going to be Chicago to LA by the train, LA to Vegas, because Vegas, Vegas to Nashville, no, Vegas to Winslow, Arizona, because of the Eagles song. Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see. There's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford. Come down and take a look at me. There's actually a tourist spot in Winslow, Arizona, where it says standing on a corner. And the back of you look on Google Street View, and it's Winslow, Arizona. And at certain times, I think at weekends, there is a flatbed Ford truck parked there with a doll in it, or girl in it. And there's a statue as well. So that was my plan, was to go to Winslow, Arizona. So now I'm thinking just sod the rest of the trip and go to Winslow, Arizona. Anyway, we're 2.6 miles from Cardamom Pods. Hi, McBone. Michael Winslow, wasn't he in Police Academy? Was he the one that did all the noises? I know Steve Guttenberg was. Steve Guttenberg, from the 80s, actually went out and cleared the way of abandoned cars so that the firefighters could get to burning buildings during the Los Angeles fires. Proper film star and all that. Well, he was back in the 80s. I don't know when the last time it was he did anything. Yeah, I've seen interviews, videos and everything. Right, anyway, we are 1.7 of the distances from Cardamom Pods seeds thing on the Fife Circle line, which isn't a circle. So I don't know why they call it the Fife Circle line. And we're going slightly uphill. Well, we see one train comes the other way. If we saw a train going the same way as us, then we'd be too close. Yes, I did see that. I'm very tempted to go and see them in Stroud in a couple of weeks' time. I've heard they're very good, but it's standing only in Stroud. I also want to see when Australian Pink Floyd is touring. Also means going to Stroud. It's about 50 minutes from here. I was just about to say I'm glad this is diesel, but with no electrification, then there's not really got a choice, have they? Battery, I suppose. Stick some double A's on the roof. Yeah, just have a downhill railway, like they do with the funiculars. The weight of one going down pulls the other one coming up. So you just have a downhill railway. All the passengers get in on the way down, and you pull the empty one on the way up. It means people then can't go up. Hang on, that doesn't work then, does it? Well, they used to have the thing to uncouple carriages, didn't they? Using gravity, and people running alongside them, releasing the brakes and things. Sounded perfectly safe to me. Right, we are arriving at cardamom pods. Cardamom seeds. Cardamom is a... excuse me, you seem to be... Oh. Okay, there might be someone slightly dead on the... Here comes another one. Oh, you see? They leapt out the way. Door. No. Doors. Press the wrong button. Thing is, with the cost of electrocuting the line, they may as well just stick with the diesels. We have arrived here. I'll get right on that, Pino, just for you. Doors are locking. That side. Don't lock the other side. Has Pino started on the vodka already? Lock jelly. I know. Is next. 2.1 miles. You're a student. You can't not drink. Until your significant other says drink, and you'll go, yeah, all right then. Right, custard and jelly. Oh, jelly and custard. Oh, yeah. I've been on the 170. I don't know if I've been on the 170. Are they just up in the Scotlandshire place, the Scotland people place? It's pointless me accelerating too hard because I'm only going to arrive there early. Right, lock jelly in a mile. Where we're going slightly uphill. We've seen one train so far going the other way. Yeah, the biggest question there is, McBone, is why the hell are you watching The Apprentice? Well, it looks like celery. I can see where they're coming from with the descriptive look of celery, of rhubarb. It has got a celery look to it. It just tastes different. You wouldn't want celery and custard. I don't know. It might be a good thing. I don't know if many people other than Trent follow Sorted Food on YouTube, and I don't know if you've seen it, Trent. They did a video over the weekend on pretentious foods, and pretty much they are they've done it. One single chocolate, which was about the size, well, probably slightly larger than a Malteser. Okay, one single chocolate covered in gold leaf, contained a bit of truffle and something else inside. It came in a presentation box, and it literally was, you ordered a chocolate, one single solitary chocolate. I can't remember the exact price. It was 200 and something pounds. One single chocolate. What the hell? It's worth watching the video. And the two guys that were tasting it were thinking, oh, is it a tenner? 20 quid. I'd be surprised if it was like, some of it's going to charity, 30 quid or whatever. I'd be surprised because of the packaging. 200 and something pounds, one single chocolate. I watched that and then opened my Christmas box of After Eight mints and thought, you know what, these probably taste nicer. I would say, if I remember, I'll link the section of the video in the Discord server, but bloody hell. Although they tasted some chilies at the very beginning of it, and I was intrigued by those. Why would you wait till after 8 to eat mints? No, mint. M-I-N-T. Oh, there we go. Trent's just linked it. So check out the Discord server in the entertainment section. It's in there. Oh, don't forget, I do work for Heathrow Airport. And you can pay, well over £10,000 for a bottle of whiskey at Macallan. Also found out this week that in those sorts of shops, none of the expensive bottles actually contain whiskey. Shocker, in case someone nicks one. You spend that much money, they've either got them out the back or they arrange to get delivered to you. Right, we are a mile from Cowden Beef. Cow's Beef. There you go, that makes sense, doesn't it? Can I be horny? It's a very slow horn. Right, Cow's Beef in 0.9 of a mile. Any cows that I don't know, I haven't got there yet. I'll let you know when I arrive. Also watched last night. No, it isn't this route. episode of MacDonald and Dodds, which is the detective show set in Bath. Not Bath, Bath. And episode last night had Alan Davies in it. And it's another one of those where even at the end, I didn't know who'd committed the crime. And it was a really good plot line. It was only, when they finally said, it's one of those where they got everyone in a room and finally revealed who actually committed the crime. I was like, well, I didn't see that. I love it when shows do that. Some shows you go, yeah, they did it. But, you know, really well done. Shame, though, because I'm just getting into it and it's been cancelled. So I'm like, oh. So I need to find another hour and a half without adverts long detective show to watch. Right. Grace isn't back for a while. Vera's finished. That's finished. Rigby hasn't been on for like 2 years. That was good. It's like there's got to be something else out there. I'm not watching Midsummer Murders because that's like I have to go way back to the bloody beginning on that one. I will be doing soon, by the way. Probably the beginning of March. My entertainment podcast. Yeah. Stream. Well, I think I might do it like the first Sunday of the month or something. I've seen all of the Touch of Frosts. No, last night I did think about watching Bridgerton, but no, then I realised I had a couple of other episodes to watch. Right, 3.8 miles to Dunfermline, Queen Margaret, platform 2. We're actually on time. Tree to the face. New route coming out for this in 2 weeks' time. I think 2 weeks today. Wish they'd make up their mind what day they're releasing things on. That's the new London one. Stratford to the place. Not sure how I feel about it, but we'll see. 2 weeks yesterday. I thought it was the 4th. Two weeks today. Yes. Stratford. That's what I said. 2 weeks today. Yeah, Stratford to Willesden Junction. I see a train. That's definitely a train with people's arms hanging out of it. Why? Oh, this is the one where they're all just stood up, isn't it? They're all just stood up with their arms out. I'll have a look in the rear when I get to the next station. Is it like a seance? I do like the audio in this. It's very pleasant. Apart from my jiggly knob. Someone at work today trying to convince me to go to India. He just spent a couple of weeks in India and said they went on a train as well, and they knew obviously trains were unfortunately a part of my life. So you should go to India. They got some great trains. This is one of the company directors. I was about to say, what, on the salary you paid me, but I thought I better not. My dad was stationed in India during the war, and he walked through the gateway to India and went to the Taj Mahal and was disappointed by it. So, you know, one of those places that it would be nice to go back to, because at least go, oh, my dad's walked through this, you know, my dad stood here, sort of thing. Oh, it's not that big a company, Stokey. Right, 900 yards, and we arrive at Dunfermline. Yes, we will have a look in the rear when we arrive here. I am not bad on time either. Oh, slightly overshot. Ignore that. Oh, this is a lot better than Train Sim. Right, doors are opening. Let's get up and have a look in the back then. It's like some sort of cult. Careful how you say that. They're all just stood there with that. Excuse me, why are you all stood up with your arms out? There's definitely something gone on. We'll just sit down and pretend that never happened. Right, Dunfermline City is next. Trying to fly the train. This is the age of the train. Social distancing, but they're almost touching each other. Stop touching me. All right. 1.3 miles. Silence! I kill you. Well, so far we've seen 2 trains. Use this timetable, says Ethan. More trains. 2. Tomorrow night, by the way, more trains. Some more British Railways in that their Roblox type thing. Did it last week. Strangely enjoyed it. So doing it again this week. Thursday. Yes, tomorrow's Wednesday, isn't it? Thursday, something new. More Roblox. I know, 2 streams in a row. Croydon bus company thing. I've set up a bus company, rented a server, so doing that on Thursday. Did it the weekend, kind of enjoyed it, thought we'd give it a go on a stream. Friday night, is to be confirmed. It was going to be trucking, but it's only going to be me and Trent. So find something else to do on Friday night. Not here on Saturday because off to the tractor show. Then back on Sunday lunchtime. May not be farming. Had been having a few discussions about the farm and farming in general, and basically kind of lost the love for farming. Well, I haven't, but it's almost, since we've moved to 25, there isn't the spark anymore. I'm not going to say a bit of it is because of our ex-colleague, but he did bring a certain something to the initial setup of the farm, which I haven't got the ability to do. And that's always been a big part of it for me, is the yard and setting up of the yard and having that nice place to be at the beginning of the stream and end of the stream, and to come and go during the stream. We made the mistake, I think, of going back to Elm Creek because it was familiar, in the same way as we shouldn't really have done Riverview again in 25. What we should have done, I think, now is persevered with Hooton's Panties and cracked on with that. So I think a bit of a break from farming, and then a look at a bit of a refresh and come back with it. So I'll be here on Sunday with something, just don't know what yet. Alright, Rosyth is next. Maybe do some Railroads Online or something on Sunday lunchtime, or something like that. And next week I want to find something new, something I can do on like a weekly basis, on a Wednesday. So I did think of things like Tomb Raider, because they've been redone, so something like that, but I'll have a look over this weekend. Supermarket Together we'll do, so that's a Thursday sort of thing. So Tuesdays will be Train Sim going forward. Wednesday I'll do something that will be a continuation, so I might even do As Dusk Falls, so do that on a few Wednesdays, so we can carry on the storyline from week to week, where you guys can get involved. So that'll be like 3 weeks of streams. Supermarket Together, the Roblox thing if we enjoy it, Railroads Online, Left 4 Dead, those are going to be a Thursday sort of thing. Something normally fun on a Friday. When I'm here on some Saturdays, which there's more of them now that I'm going to be here, then we'll get back into doing something on a Saturday, and then something chilled on a Sunday, which may be farming going forward. I may bring Flight back, don't know. Yeah, I thought about Skylines, and I just don't know what the longevity is for me. We'll see. Right. Yeah, we're going to do bingo in a couple of weeks' time on a Saturday night. Again, something a bit fun, something a bit different. There will be more quizzes coming. You know, I'm not getting rid of things like balls, and you know, trucking isn't going away. It's just, you know, trying to do some new stuff. Yeah, I've played some of the Transport Fever ones. Problem is with those sort of games is they're really difficult to get going. You can lose a lot of time in them. What I want is something to give me the bug, to make me want to carry on doing it, which is partly then down to me enjoying doing it, but also then you guys wanting to see me do it. So when we finish a stream, it's like, oh god, we've got to wait now a week to see what happens. That sort of situation. A bit like we did in As Dusk Falls. We wanted to see the storyline. We wanted to see what happens and see how it ends. So it's that sort of thing I want to do. I thought we'd have that with Railroads Online. I thought it'd be we're going to get a lot of us on and build up a huge network all over the map. Didn't seem to happen. Farming, as great as it is to have the regulars on, and we get some interest occasionally for another person joining us, it's just lost that spark. So I don't know, it just needs something. Inverkeithing is next. So yeah, you know, I like the idea of trying to make mass multiplayer, like with the trains one tomorrow, and like with Bingo, you know, that everyone watching can join in. Things like that makes it feel more alive, and certainly when it's free. So yeah, that's why in the schedule for the next couple of weeks there's a few to be confirmed. Right, we've got a 30 here where we're now speeding. Right, we have a yellow light and then a platform, and then just after the yellow light there is a red light. Actually on time as well. Not sure if we can stop on the platform. Well, we might be right on this one. And stop. Doors are unlocked. I don't know if they'll change to the latest version of Unreal with Train Sim World 6. Might stop the camera collisions. So making our way back down to that there Edinburgh. Forgot where we were going. Oh, locked doors, that's me. North Queensferry is next. I'm actually glad that a couple of the things they've got coming out now aren't going to be running on the older consoles. I think they've finally realised, as much as they don't want to lose the old console market, I think they've got people on the next gen consoles and PC that want more. I left the volume as it was purposely under there because that sounded quite good. Quite liking the fact that on this route I'm not having to go like flat out, and yet I'm keeping to time. Nice leisurely pace. Well, roughly keeping to time. Yeah, I forgot how nice this route was. I still hope that one day we'll get longer routes in this. A nice 2-hour route would be lovely. And I know you can do it up and back. That was always my sweet spot in Train Sim Classic when I used to stream it. Was trying to find a 2-hour, 20-minute run. Actually going to be late now. Long routes ready for next Christmas stream. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing Christmas. I haven't thought that far ahead. I might even go away. I say it's a long way off, but it's not, is it? 10 months. Oh, that's blurry. Doors. There is in front of us a bridge, and it's not over the River Kwai. So I've driven over the new road bridge up here. I haven't been across the railway bridge. It is March in a week's time. I think 5 weeks time. I'm down in Paul. I'm going across to the Isle of Widget. A day on buses. Exploring the Isle of Wight. Right. Dalmini. Who's a meanie? No, not backwards. Forwards. Thank you. I've really got an inkling or an urge to go to Guernsey. That's uphill. On the Saturday? No, we're going to the Isle of Wight on the Saturday. There is a bridge. Yeah, the new road bridge is over there in the distance. And over we go. This is definitely an impressive bit of engineering. You almost don't get to appreciate it when you're on it. It's one of those things that's better observed by not being on it. From a distance. Oh, I'm not going to start singing Cliff Richard. At least you haven't got to keep painting it anymore. Right. Well, it was one of those things, it's like painting the fourth bridge was the old saying, because it never ended. It was a continuous thing that they had to continually paint it. Now they're using better quality paint, so I think it's about every 10 years now. And it takes a couple to paint it, so they get like 8 years off. We're a little bit late into Dalmini. It's fine, no one cares. If you're a proper bridge nerd, I bet you'd come here, get off this train, go across, get on the next one, go back across the bridge, get off the other side, get on the next one, come back over here. Oh, passengers with their arms out. They're all armless. Right, doors are unlocking. I'll just go to a bridge. I didn't need all that fat. I watched, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. There's a guy on YouTube. I can't remember his name. He does like 3D models and stuff of things. And he did one on Tower Bridge, on how it was built, what the concepts were, how it operates. Really interesting. I've been up, done across the walkway thing across top of Tower Bridge. That bridge isn't all it cracked up to be. It looks like it's stone. It's not. It's metal on the inside. The cult is still going. They're going to sing She Sells Sanctuary after the next stop. Right, Edinburgh Gateway. next. Platform number 1 in 3.9 miles. Well, we've seen 2 trains. Not really. I wouldn't say that's a lot of trains. I'd say that's 2. It is more than 1. Alright, let's get it all the beans then. Let's see if we can make our bit of time. Yeah, it's not the most rapid thing in the world, is it? I suppose we are going slightly uphill. What's our top speed? 100. Yeah, we got no chance. Okay, you know, I said we got no chance. Well, there's 80. Okay, we are running slightly late now then. I do like the fact that the throttle comes off slowly and the revs drop slowly. I think the people of Edinburgh Gateway are going to be really disappointed. Train. That's 3. Okay. Put it into emergency, it stops quite quickly. And we're only about 40 seconds late. It's not bad. All the passengers are now at the front. Well, actually the Colt are still standing up. I'm still standing. Right. To Edinburgh. Did I lock the doors? No, I didn't do that. Try locking the doors first. I get mute. I'm not doing a show tune this evening. My favourite musicals. Oh no, Haymarket. That would be fun. Really. Okay, Rocky Horror Picture Show, sing along. Can you imagine me being very bluesy? Blues rock is my go-to genre. I ignored my desk phone and then my mobile phone at work earlier because Telegraph Road by Dire Straits was playing. That just hits all the marks for me. How goes the trains? They are going. That's one of those tunes I like to just sit in a room, no lights on, just sit in the dark and listen. That's why I really want to get myself either a decent hi-fi system with a turntable or just a proper hi-fi system again, so I can actually put a CD on and without have to have the TV on or have the poor audio coming out the Amazon smart speaker on every street. I saw a bit of footsteps at the beginning, isn't it? And it's not the clarinet. It's the it might be the clarinet. Yeah, Telegraph Road. I love a long song anyway. Telegraph Road's up there. Private Investigations is certainly up there. My favourite song of all time is Brothers in Arms. I've said this before. It also appears in my favourite TV show of all time, The West Wing, and appears over one of the best episodes of that show. So it's like, I think I almost wet myself first time that I saw that. I've seen Mark Knopfler live a few times. He's got no tour dates planned, which is concerning. So yeah, I'd certainly like to see him again. I don't know why I'm going so slowly, but I am. Yeah, I've got a lot of his solo albums. I haven't got the latest. Have I got the latest one? One before that had the van on the cover. No, I don't think I've got the latest one. There's a concert I've got it on DVD, live in London, that he did. And it was around the era that Golden Heart came out, because Golden Heart's an awesome song. And he does a version of Golden Heart on that. Also, Real Live Running with Emmylou Harris Not a fan of Emmylou Harris, but he did a version of Speedway to Nazareth on that live. Holy shit balls, that's good. Because that song, if you've never heard it, I need to get Ethan to listen to that and the right version of that. Because the first time you hear it, you don't expect what happens. You think, oh, this is quite good, and all of a sudden, it like goes from first to fifth, and it's like, holy shit, I didn't expect that. That's why I'm a huge Bonamassa fan, because his song styles remind me very much of Mark Knopfler, in that there's such a vast range of guitar solos, ballads, heavy rock stuff, and you don't know from song to song what you're going to get. And for me, the fact that he also does Black Country Communion, which I think are touring this year, he's got his own solo stuff. He tours with Beth Hart and does stuff with Beth Hart, who's phenomenal. He does the funk stuff with Rock Candy Funk Party. He does the instrumental stuff with what's the name of the group? I can't remember the name of the group. He's in an instrumental group as well. It's just everything. No, I don't like the new Going Home. I prefer the original Going Home. I tried listening to the new one a few times, don't like it. There's too much going on. And again, having heard him do it live several times, because it's normally his end song, no. I get why they did it, but no. Sometimes you just don't mess with the original. I've said this before, when I used to run a trade environment, iPod Friday was a thing, and I used to queue up music for a Friday on my iPod, and would time it so that I'd start the iPod at the beginning of the day and try and get it to end just as the Pips came on Radio 2 just before 5 p.m. And my end song would either be Going Home or Desperado. So the final song I would play at the end of those playlists, and I've still got all those playlists on my iPod downstairs. So you'd end with Going Home or Desperado, and it's great when you're at work, because you'd hear that come on and you'd be like, yes, the final song of the day, it's nearly home time. But it's sad when you watch a concert like that, certainly with Mark, he plays Going Home, you know that's the last song. You know that's it, it's done. It's good in a way, but it's not, because it's the end of the concert. Need to get you to watch some Mark Knopfler stuff, Ethan, and try and get you into a bit of Mark and not just the Dire Straits stuff. Okay, that sounds good in the tunnel. Yeah, Alchemy, although Dire Straits, Alchemy live. Romeo and Juliet from Alchemy, and Tunnel of Love from Alchemy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Train makes sound in tunnel. More news at 11. I might have to do a music. Look, I've got one of these entertainment streams lined up for films, TV shows, and YouTube. I might have to do one for music as well, because I could talk for a long time about music. Don't get me started on Garth Brooks, the Eagles, Zach Brown, Billy Joel, Elton John. Thing is, it's difficult to then play stuff. You can't be able to play it, would you? Jerry Rafferty, yeah, Baker Street's overhyped. At least with the TV shows and YouTube stuff, I can actually play clips on the stream and just give credit to them, which I'm trying to work out what to do. I know he did more than that, but the problem is when you're known for only one thing, that's the problem. What I might do now is, rather than switch lines, I might just see what's in that I can grab and go somewhere else from here. Waiting in the Weeds. That's an old one. You need to listen to the album Hell Freezes Over, Ethan. Which was their album when they got back together after they didn't break up. We didn't break up, we just took a 14-year vacation. And then you need to listen to a lot of people weren't a fan of Long Road Out of Eden, which was their album of new material. I quite liked it. There's some interesting stuff on there. They're not really the hits that they're known for before then, and they don't play many of them now, but interesting album. But the concert they did live at the Forum, which I need to get on CD for in the car, where obviously with Glenn Fry passing away, his son joined them, and so did Vince Gill, and what an awesome combo that was. But Deacon's now left. Deacon no longer tours with them. Right, what have we got going out of here then? What are we? We're 8:42. You're not going till 9:18. Okay. Let's see what we've got. You're a train. Where are you going? Can I get round to you? Ow. Oh, I could route hop, can I? If I knew where the route hoppy thing was. Over there. Actually, yeah, I'll route hop to Edinburgh, Glasgow. We'll take a trip to Glasgow. Okay, that's put me in a different place than I was. Okay. What are you? Is it going to be this? What are you? Where are you going? 8:45 to Glasgow. Okay, you're not going anywhere now. Oh shit, hang on. Hello? Can we... Am I supposed to sit in the... Nope. Thank you. Right. Key on. Forward. The bloody hell, the lights on this thing. Are you lights? Or are you lights over here? Ah, lights. Headlights full. There we go. Haven't got any windows. Passengers are loading through one door. That works. It is the world's smallest window. Right, 1.2 miles back to Haymarket. Oh, hang on. Why? You're in forward. There we go. It must be really horrible driving these bloody things. It's like, yeah, we're going to give you the smallest amount of window area possible that you can actually look out of. And I don't... It's just purely to make it curvy in at the front. They could have made it a bigger window, surely. Poor driver. As we could zoom in a bit. There we go. That was weird. I can't see, it's dark. Right, so we'll make the one. We will make the one. The run to Glasgow. I can almost see it being one of those situations where, right, let's make the window smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until the driver can't see anything. I get that you've got to have the door down the middle. I get that. But if every other train that's got the same situation with the same door down the middle can make a nice big window in here so the driver can see out of, why not have the window curve around the corner? Move some of this crap back down here or, you know, onto here. I should be a train designer. Right, 700 yards to Haymarket. and stop. I can't see any arms out the window this time. There's obviously something wrong with my 170 that means that people's arms stick out the sides of it. So I'm sure that was happening last time. Where are we going? We are going to Linlithgow, Polmont, Falkirk High, Croy and Glasgow. We will wait until 8:50. Don't wait until 9:50. You'll be here a long time. Tomorrow, more trains in the form of British Railways on that their roadblocks. Thursday night, something new again from Roblox. That's 2 Roblox streams in a row. This is getting slightly concerning. Croydon Bus Company, something different, a bit interesting. Thursday night. Friday night, something, don't know what yet, but there'll be something. Not here Saturday because off to a classic tractor show. But I may be attempting my first. Well, no, I've done a vlog before, but no one's watched. First vlog where other things are around and other people are around. And then Sunday lunchtime, something. Don't know what. Maybe some railroads online. We'll see. Right, lock doors. Uh, 15 miles to Linlithgow. Go. That makes a noise. It's just a shame there's nothing on these lines. There's no, like, other trains running. This is one of those lines that I was, like, really looking forward to, and then when it came to it, it was like, oh. A bit like West Coast Main Line North. It's like, oh, wow, yeah, Preston to Carlisle, it's going to be great. Oh, no, it's not, actually. I wonder if we'll get, as a train, I wonder if we'll get anything for Train Sim World 5 that matches the enjoyment that we all got out of West Coast Main Line South that launched with the game. Because it'd be a real shame if the best route for Train Sim World 5 out of the whole duration that it's out is actually the route that you could get with Train Sim World 5. And unfortunately, I've got a feeling that that might be the case. No, I'm not holding out hopes for Cardiff because it's short runs. You won't have the amount of different trains you can use, from commuter stuff to high-speed stuff to freight. You won't have the length of run you can do. It won't be a high-speed run. It's going to be short commuter stuff. I don't think Cardiff's going to be... It's going to be, you know, a 40-minute run at most. Interesting, yes. But I don't think it's going to be as good as West Coast Main Line South. And Manchester Airport, I don't know, because we did the route, didn't we, in December? We did both bits of it. And that almost reminds me of a bit of a London Overground situation. Interesting route, yes. But not really exciting. The Tadami line, I think, is going to be interesting and something new. But again, just a single branch line. So I don't think we're going to get anything on the same scale as West Coast Main Line South. because I don't think there's anything else that's been mentioned that's coming out. Obviously, the German route that released recently. At some point in the future, I will go back and do it in the other train, the OBB 1110, whatever it is, rather than a stupid thing I did last time. There's the new train coming out to go on the Antelope Valley, and the other one that releases this Thursday. I've got my video on that going live tomorrow. I really like it. It's a great loco. It sounds really good. It's just a shame it's on 2 crap routes. When was the last time a route came out for this where people instantly bought it? Were like, yeah, I'm buying this. Other than the ones that came with it. I think the last time that happened was probably Blackpool branches, where people in the stream were going, yeah, I'm buying this because of the pacer. Yeah, but London to Brighton came out with one of the train sims, didn't it? It wasn't a separate thing. The last standalone route that made everyone go, I'm buying that, was I think, Blackpool branches. Actually, yeah, Birmingham Cross City was really good. And I still like Birmingham Cross City. I hope we get the new Angry trains on that at some point. But yeah, there's been nothing, has there? When was Blackpool out? A year ago? So it's been a while since you've had something like exciting. November 23. Wow, okay, that's, yeah, okay. That's been a while then. So, was Cross City out after that or before that? Four is on Train Sim World 4. Okay. Freight train. (2022). So every year, well, we didn't get one last year then that was that good, did we? So just after a new one releases, they give us a WoW route. We didn't get that in November because that was Preston to Carlisle, and that wasn't a WoW route. I might actually go to the Dovetail Ambassadors thing this year, which is going to be in August. I've been discussing it recently because they all got sneak peeks of Train Sim World 5. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think... I think the new London Overground is going to be probably as... I want to say enjoyable. Probably the same as the current London Overground. Well modelled. Hopefully an interesting route hop between the other one. What I'd like to see with that is don't do the route hop. merge the two routes, allow you to just go between the two routes, make it almost one big route. That's what they should be doing instead of route hopping, so that you could just get off your train at Gospel Oak and just get on the next service going to Barking Riverside and take it. You might, on console, might not be possible to do that because it needs to load in the new route. But surely on PC, they can go, yeah, you own that route. Yeah, you own this route. I'll tell you what then. Let's load them both. So you can then just don't hop between them, just get off. So both routes will be running as AI simultaneously. So you could just get off at Barking, or like here where we've just done Edinburgh. You could get off the Fife Circle line, walk over to the platform, get in this train and go to Glasgow. And then even if as you approach, Edinburgh, it then loads the route in. Or I suppose you'd have to do it as one map, wouldn't you? But, if, I hate to say it, if SCS can give you the whole of Europe, Scandinavia, the Middle East, Iceland, as one map with all those thousands and thousands and thousands of roads, surely Dovetail can give us two routes pinned together. Albeit on PC only. You can't tell me it's not possible. Because even in Train Sim Classic, people were stitching routes together, which is how I managed to do the Paddington to Penzance. It was multiple routes stitched together to make one big long route. Done. Right. Anyway, we are 1.2 miles from Lithgow. Exactly, Trent. And I don't understand the reasoning for it. Why you can't stitch them. I think it's old consoles is why it's not possible. But if they're starting to bring out DLCs now that won't run along old consoles, maybe it's the start. Because for me, it would make this a lot more interesting. They know people want multiplayer. They know people have been shouting about multiplayer since Train Sim World 3. And they said it wouldn't be out in Train Sim World 4. Didn't say anything about 5 or 6, though. Because it didn't come out with 5. And again, if Roblox can give you multiplayer in something that's free, where you rent a server for nothing, and you can see other people going up and down the track, why can't Dovetail? Because I'm sorry, but if they brought multiplayer out on this, and the dream would be then some sort of train sim company, a bit like Bus Company, etc. So that I set up a Sims and Stuff train company. We run, okay, not this line because it's boring, but we run the West Coast Main Line South and operate between Euston, we have a problem, and Milton's Keynes. And then people that join the train company take various trains up and down that route to make money so that we can buy more trains and then more routes. I could almost see myself streaming that like 5 days a week. Because that would be bloody epic to see me on this route and then have, like we do in British Railways, Ethan coming the other way, Trent being stuck behind me because I'm dithering along, someone else waiting behind Ethan because Ethan's gone off to have food. It'll be brilliant. Right, Polmont is next. And again, multiplayer is only about replacing an AI with a person. So instead of an AI train, it's a person. So it's only then having the game know where that other person is instead of where that other AI train is. But we'll see what happens with Train Sim World 6, I suppose. You know, I was holding out for a trucking company, a VTC in ETS2. That's not happened. Not a proper one, not an inbuilt one. They're talking now about how to put, you know, loads on trailers. So yes, tweak the game, but they're not bringing out any new features. If it means then in order to get that fix of doing something like we've had in OMSI for years, if it means you've got to go elsewhere, then we go elsewhere. I'm surprised someone hasn't done a third party something for this. You can get it for MSFS, where it just tracks your journeys. Why hasn't someone done something third party for this, so that it is a plugin, like a mod, that just tracks your journeys, so that you then do the journeys on the route and it tracks them in the virtual train company? How hard can it be? Right, Polmont for a tiny window. Is next. Yeah, and problem is, and like with anything, and you know, it's great that we're getting more DLCs. You know, it's brilliant that once every 3 or 4 weeks we're getting more DLCs. The problem is with doing that, it's a twofold problem. One, you're generating income, great. Two, you've got people then that are almost going, well, that's too much DLC, I can't afford to buy all that. So they're almost ruining the experience, because if something's coming out too often, you can't afford to keep up with the DLC. So it's having a negative effect, because you're then going, well, you're releasing too many DLC now at a high price. And I get the reasoning for the high price, because it's a lot of development. Certainly when it comes to routes. I still think they missed a trick here, which I know they've done with the one releasing tomorrow, and wish they did more of, is to give you trains. You know, the Angry Train for Birmingham Cross City. Do a DLC for that. And so you pay $9.99 for the Angry Train on Birmingham Cross City, and then with that you get the uprated timetable, so you still see some 323s running around because it was in like the testing phase, or like when we went on it last year, you had them both running around, so you can get it on the new one or the old one. Job done. Why not do that? That's where SCS missed a trick. I think they should have charged for new trucks. $1.99. New truck's out. It's going to cost you $1.99. Everyone to buy it. And again, with routes like this, it's busier than it is in here, because there isn't the licensing, or they haven't got the trains on here because they're not on here. Well, let you have the route, and then if need be, you want the extra features to the route, either you buy a premium version of the route that comes with all of the trains, or you can have just the basic route, which will then work on consoles. So do two versions of a route: the premium version, the standard version. A bit like you get when you launch the game. You know, you buy the game, you get the standard version, or you get the version with extra twiddly bits in. Because I think, as we proved with London Commuter and the West Coast Main Line South with the modern timetable in, what everyone wants to see is life. Everyone wants to see more trains. Yeah, well, probably SCS. It's been the same game for a long period of time, and I get that. It's their own game engine. They've developed it over the last 12, 13 years, and their business model is obviously working, because it's one of those games that everyone has. I almost get with this why they are launching a new version every year, but I do wonder when it will come to the point of when it's just Train Sim World, which I actually thought it was going to do last year. I thought we wouldn't get Train Sim World 5. I thought it was just going to be Train Sim World, and then every year it just auto updates to the latest core version, and if you want the routes, you buy the routes, or you buy this year's version. So you don't have to upgrade. And people do complain each year when this comes out, saying they're just money grabbing. But, you know, every other franchise does it. Look at the Formula One franchise. Look at FIFA. And there are people every single year will look forward to that new version coming out. Oh, wow, the new FIFA's out. The new F1 game's out. And they'll go out and buy it without thinking about it. And they'll have them lined up on the shelf. I've got every single version of FIFA. They don't complain that every year they're spending 40 quid. You know, it's a Christmas present thing. Birthdays, you know, oh, the other half's buying me FIFA for Christmas. Because that's what I get every Christmas. Derail Valley I never really got into. Railroading I've not seen much on. Railroads Online, again, had hope for that. With us as a community, didn't really work, and the problem again is having that, you know, expectation for a small community that I've got, which is awesome. When you've only got a small percentage of that small community that want to join in with multiplayer stuff, expecting that small percentage of people to then fork out 30 or 40 quid for a game that they won't necessarily want to play daily is a big ask. Stuff like ETS2 is easy, because if you've been playing it for a while, you're going to have it. It's 3 quid for the game. You know, you can pick up the DLCs when they're cheap. It's not an expensive thing to get into and join in with multiplayer. But don't forget, Ethan, when this first came out, there was a lot of hate. People didn't like it. People were going to not move over to it. I was certainly one of those that didn't really want to make the shift. I was still doing Train Sim World content, Train Sim Classic content, because there was nothing out for this. It took a couple of years for it to get the momentum that it's now got. Yeah, but I also like the fact that top streamers, thank you for that, don't play this. When Dovetail launched the Ambassador program, they tried, not only, which is why I'm grateful to be part of it, I'm a small streamer. I've been doing train sim stuff for a long time. I've been doing simulation stuff for a long time. I'm under the radar. I love being under the radar. So they invited people like me in. I think I was within the first 5 or 6 people to be invited in to be an ambassador, which is fantastic. Anyway, they tried getting some real top level, and I mean top level, simulation streamers involved who have hardly put out any content at all, because they see this as not being a big enough audience, because they're going for high views, high revenue, high subscriptions, donations. That's what they need from their streams. They don't want just trundling up and down train lines, because it's a smaller audience. Therefore, they're not going to get 25 people every 3 minutes subscribing, or they're not going to get £300 or £400 worth of donations in a stream. So you're trying to get a niche corner of the market by aiming the streamers that are trying to help you in a niche corner of the market. Yeah, I don't like overhyped titles. I won't. Well, I could have, when I started this 8 years ago, I could have gone down a completely different route. I was one of the first few people putting out OMSI content in English on a regular basis. If I would have pushed that and continued to push that, I could have been as big as the rest of them. When this first started happening, I could have put out a lot of content in this and been big. Same with Farm Sim. Problem is, I'm too honest. That I don't want to be like those people. Which is also why I stopped watching a certain large bushy-tailed streamer, because they became all about the money and not about the community and not about the game. You know, I'm not one of these, and some people may have noticed, I don't do any planning, I don't do any research, I barely know what route I'm doing, where I'm going. I sit down in front of the PC and waffle on about the thing in front of me. I don't do it to get the views. I do it to hopefully me waffling about it and discovering things will make some of you go, actually, that didn't seem to be a bad route. I might pick that up. And I'm surprised Dovetail have kept me around, because sometimes I will say the reasons I don't like a route. I'm not a yes man. And I'm so looking forward to Thomas the Tank Engine. That's going to be a one stream only. I'm always amazed. Yeah, one video. And which is, again, a humbling moment. I do genuinely, and those that have met me and know me well, I don't like, I'm not saying fame and fortune. I don't like the fact that when we've done meetups, and I wouldn't go if I thought anyone was coming to meet me. I don't like the fact that people donate. I hate it. I feel really bad. I feel guilty. And I find it really odd that you lot want to not only watch this crap, but join in with it, and then pay your hard-earned money to help support me doing it. Which, to be honest, it pays my internet bill each month. Just, I still find that really weird. Even after all these years, I find it really weird. Anyway, we're 5.2 miles from Croy. And there's the one that puts up with me more than anybody else. I do find... I do... Which again is the weird thing, okay? I'm not going to rattle on. When people find us, like you lot did that are watching now, and I say us, not me, because I don't like it being about me. When people find us and then sit and watch a stream for the first time, they'll either go, okay, this is either really odd and interesting, or what the hell's going on here, and then stick around. Or they'll tune in and go, I thought I was going to watch something interesting about the route from, like, in Scotland. I just wonder what the first impression is. It's quite funny. Thing is, I used to care. When I first started doing this, I was chasing subscribers. I had the little donation jar in the tip jar in the bottom corner of the screen. I used to have the Discord mentioned every half an hour. There was a link to YouTube was mentioned on the streams to try and get people to follow. I used to tweet out that I was streaming to try and get people to follow me on the Twitter. And then I realised, well, if people want to follow and people want to watch and people want to join, they'll do that. Because I don't like watching channels where you start watching something and instantly they go, don't forget that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I've just started watching, so I don't do any of that crap. If you want to follow, follow. If you don't want to follow, okay. Oh God, so what I should do is not spad then. Do you think if I hadn't spadded, how much money I'd have in my bank right now? Right, 1.4 miles to Croy. That's the good thing with the multiplayer, is that, which again, it's almost that how you make the transition from watching to joining, and as most people did. You watch the streams either by lurking, which a lot of people do, and I get that, don't want to chat, etc. That's absolutely fine. You get to know us, you get to know me, you get to know the things we talk about, you get to know the ways that we are. Then you'll join the Discord. 99% of people join the Discord and never heard of again. The odd person will join the Discord and start joining in with the chat. Then you'll be in every stream because you've got nothing else going on in your life. Then, stupidly, you'll join a stream. Normally, it's something like Balls, which is easy to join. And some people will just sit there quietly, muted, join in with the stream, and that's it. Then, rather stupidly, you then join other streams. And then you get to know us. And this community's changed a lot over the last 8 years. There's one person who's still around that was in pretty much a majority of the streams 8 years ago, and that's Larwood. Everybody else has changed, and the good thing from my point of view is I've still got the idiots. There is still that bunch of people that we all bounce off, and that's where the multiplayer streams go so well, and that's where it does come across as being organized chaos. And that's what needs to continue. And, you know, recently lost a member of the community that has been a big part of my life for the last X number of years. And I struggled. And for probably 6 weeks, 7 weeks, I was off my game because I thought that that person couldn't be replaced. I've realised recently that it's exactly the same as it was when key members left 4 years ago. We carried on. The madness is still there. The streams are still there. The community is still there. One person doesn't make the streams. It's everybody. And yes, when there's single player streams like this, it does revolve around me a bit, which I don't like. But it is about the community and not about me. So we will carry on. The madness will continue. At the moment, we need to find something else for the madness to continue in, which is why we're trying things like the Roblox train thing, the Roblox bus thing. We're doing bingo. We've tried the supermarket together thing. We want to try that paleo or palea thing. We've done railroads online. The quiz I'm finding really enjoyable. You know, that's a thing that gets everyone chatting. And I almost want to get back to, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would still be in voice at like 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning with, after the stream. We'd finish streaming then about 9:30, and we'd still be sat here at 2 a.m. chatting, talking about stuff, playing music, even gaming. And that doesn't happen anymore. So that's the sort of thing that I want to get back to doing again. And maybe longer streams might need to be a thing at the weekends. We'll see. You're planning a quiz. Oh, God. I want to plan my entertainment stream is next on my agenda. I think almost need to try and work out how I'm going to do it. I've got an idea, but it's just whether I can do it in principle and how I can then put it all together. Can we do music now since you found the button? It also makes a great help and a difference to the community, and I think it almost makes a difference to the way that we are around each other in the streams by doing the meetups, because you actually get to spend a bit of time with the person away from the microphone and get to know that person more, and then get on with them better when you are in voice, because they're not just an anonymous person at the end of a microphone somewhere else in the world. They're a mate, and that's where the bond comes in as well. That's where the madness also comes in, because when you spend time with someone, you get to know them, and that's where certain people, Colin, need to actually come and say hello. Trent, I've tried getting you bloody out of your house. You keep fighting me. One day you'll say hey. And the thing is, Colin, which I'm not going to press you anymore, but what you'll do is one day you'll do it on your terms. When you're ready. Amy Lou plucked up the courage when we did London last year, and I think it was 2 days before she went, I'll come. And then came to Manchester and then vanished. And it is tough, and I get that it's tough. Certainly if you're someone that's not a people person, to come out of your comfort zone and go and meet up with people that you've only heard on over the internet is really hard. And I found it really hard to get that first meetup organised in York, because since my folks died and I lost contact with my family, I basically just sat in the house for 2 years and felt sorry for myself and battled with Mr. Depression, until eventually I went, I can't keep doing this. I'm going to organise a meetup, and wanted to go to York for the longest time, and well, now look. So sometimes you've got to get out of your comfort zone and just go, you know what, I'm not just going to sit at home on a Saturday and clip my toenails. I'm going to go and do a thing. And what's the worst that's going to happen? You'll either go there, say hello to some people, it not be what you want, you'll go home. The worst thing you can take from it is you got out of the house for a few hours. The best thing you can take home from it is, I got out of the house for a few hours. I met some weirdos off the internet. I had a really good day. Now I can't get rid of a certain person. Stranger danger. Well, no, that's why even, we got the tractor show we're going to on Saturday. Richard's meeting us there. His instant thing was, can I tag along? Yeah, of course you bloody can. We're going to do something in London in the summer. We're going down to Paul for the weekend in 5 weeks' time. If anyone was down that way or went, what are you guys doing? You're going to the Isle of Wight on the Saturday? I'll come over there and meet you. I'm not going to say, well, no. I'm happy people to come along and say hello. We're not saying you got to come and spend a weekend with us or in a static caravan in Paul. We're saying, come and spend 5 minutes. Say hello. Even if you've only got 5 minutes. I had that moment years ago. We went to the flight sim show when it was on at Cosford. We did that a couple of years running, and someone came up to me. We were walking around in a group, and someone came up to me and went, "Are you Steve?" I went, "Yeah." "Oh, I watch all your streams." The rest of the bastards I was with wandered off. Well, I was left talking to this guy about the streams. I was like, holy shit. They were all pissing themselves. And that was 5 minutes. Never heard from the guy again. I don't even think he watched another stream. But even, say, the guys back then, that was I was encouraged. That was the convoy in the park. One of the guys that used to be part of the community, Rimwoods, used to work for me. So there was talk about doing convoy in the park. So the two of us went from here. So at least I knew him. We met up with Tux, who used to be part of the community. There. I'm going to run the red. Game over. After all that, I run the red. I'll load from the last checkpoint. It's a bit early anyway. Yeah, met up with Tux. First time I've met him. And then met up with Gaz, who was part of the community. And we spent the day, and then what led on from there is, I used to go to Gaz's place and spend the weekend in a similar way to Ethan comes here. I'm trapped in here now. There we go. So from one quick hello and spending a couple of hours wandering around with someone, they become friends. We've had others that have come to meetups that haven't lasted a day. That You know, maybe they've turned up and gone, nah, this isn't for me. Never been any hard feelings. They've just gone, nah, you know. The reason I made the London day last year so busy was to hopefully try and fill people's time so that we actually had something to do. The best bit of that day was actually sat in the pub having a drink and chatting, which is why we did more of that in Manchester. We sat and chatted in the bar on the Friday night. It was actually more enjoyable sat on the comfy table than it was around the big table, and we did the same on the Saturday night. Right, we'll try to run into Glasgow again. So yes, so basically for anyone that's watching that is new to this or has been lurking for a while, this genuinely is an awesome community. There are people in this community that I will class as friends, that I'm sure I'll have for a few more years to come. And there's people in the community that have given me memories that I'll never forget. So if you're sat there watching this on your own, looking for somewhere maybe to try and fit in, it all starts with hello. Get to know me, get to know us. We don't bite, well, apart from Ethan, if you haven't fed him for a while. And these genuinely are an awesome bunch of people. And I know a lot of streamers will say that they've got the best community. But yeah, these guys really are. And hello. Yeah, we had someone that, well, he didn't come over from Australia to meet us, but, you know, he spent the day with us on his way to Scandinavia, and then decided to spend more time with us. Stupid hairy-legged Australian. How's it going? It's going. So yes, there will be a couple of meetups this year. There will be one in London. We'll do a weekend like we did before, with a few things planned, including a little mini race, which we've got ideas for, and maybe a proper bit of sightseeing, and you know, we're going to Paul in March. If anyone's down the south of the country and wants to come and say hello to us on the Isle of Wight on the Saturday, let us know. You know, we might be in Paul or Bournemouth on the Sunday. If anyone's South Coast and wants to come and say hello on the Sunday. We're at a tractor show this Saturday. I'm sure there'll be other things we got coming up. One thing I'm not going to do this year, which we have done the last couple of years, is the Christmas meetup. It's the wrong time of year, really, to be dragging around a city centre or trying to go off and do stuff. What I'll do instead is do something in September. So end of the summer, when the weather's still hopefully nice, it's not cold. We'll do something at the end of the summer. And I did say it'd be Swindon this year, so I haven't got to go anywhere. I do want to do another ferry trip this year. Well, no. Well, that's the thing. It'd be Swindon as a base, a bit like we did with Manchester. You know, there's a steam railway museum. You could do that. You have a wander around you could probably spend half a day in Swindon, and then sod off out of Swindon. Right, double yellows. I've got a red this time. I've never been to the Steam Railway Museum. I bet that's an hour tops. Oh, blimey, Amy Lou. Yeah, again, there's the Didcot Heritage Railway thing. Not that it should all be about railways, but... yeah, Reading gets a bit further away. Right, there's a red. Oxford's nice. Again, one of those things, you could probably do a group. Right, let's all get the bus to Oxford. You can get a return, jump on the bus, go to Oxford, and wander around Oxford, come back again. I'm got a spare room. That's bloody Ethan's room now. Just can't get rid of the smell. Right, there's a red down here. Well, as long as they're paying you travelling to get up there, Amy Lou. Head office is here as well, isn't it? So, all the WH Smiths want to sell off all the high street stores, don't they? Who'd be stupid enough to buy them? High street's on a decline. Right, there's a red up here. Don't run it this time. It's no longer a red. Yeah, I drive past the WH Smith's head office on my way home from work. Yellow light, red light, yeah. Braking is happening. I think we've also realised tonight is I shouldn't do single player streams because I get all waffly. There's no one interrupting me or talking over me. I actually thought I was going to run it again. So why is there a train in front of me? That's slightly concerning. Hopefully that train's waiting to go in and it's waiting for its signal. Yeah, that's red lights. So it's sat in front of me. Look at the map. So we're there. There's a train there. And we're waiting to go in there. Our platform's empty. So we've got a clear run in, but we can't because of the train in front of us that's on the red. So where's he going? Don't know. Ah, yeah, this one's cleared to go. That's going to Edinburgh. So that's got the green. So when that goes... But that's going to go that side. That won't affect us. Because he's not going to go over there. So that one's either got to be coming into there or to here. So platform 7 or platform 5. Blimey, that's slightly odd, Wavy. One in front, we've got platform 1 or 2. So that's waiting on... But you can't get over there. So why aren't you going? Have you got a green all the way through? Yeah. So that's got the green through the tunnel. But it's not going. And we can't see... Hang on. Platform 2. Hang on, platform... Why can't we click on the platform? Platform 3, 9:30 to Edinburgh Waverley, delayed by 5 minutes. So that's going to go out on 9:35 then. It's currently 9:36. So it should have gone. Why are you delayed? Yeah, platform 3, Edinburgh Waverley, 9:30, delayed by 5 minutes. Me loading in for the last checkpoint, it broke it. Oh, so what I need to do then is that. Oh, that broke. After all that. Really? Really? So we didn't make it to Glasgow in the end anyway. Damn it! I did slightly break it, yeah. And that's why people follow me. Madness. Ethan did say it was broken. Yeah, we don't listen to him. He is an idiot. And when I first heard this music, I wasn't sure. My preview video to Train Sim World 5 actually played this music over the video and nobody noticed. And that was before the game released. Yeah, but most of those hours you just drive a train and put your Xbox controller down and get distracted by something, or you're sat in the menu. I dread to think how many hours I've got in all of them. It's probably not that many. I've only got 147 hours in this because I only play it once a week. There we go. And there we go. Next week, well, week after next, so 2 weeks' time, will be the new thingy one. The Stratford to thingy. So does that mean next week then we might have to do Barking Riverside to Gospel Oak? I think we did that recently though, didn't we? So maybe we do another one of the London ones next week. Where else does it link to? It links to we did the Bakerloo recently. Oh, sod it. Let's just do some West Coast Main Line South. We'll do that next week. It's nearly London. We'll go and do some Euston. We have a problem. Do some 350s, some overgrounds, and all that. So that'll be back in multiplayer next Tuesday. Next stream tomorrow night, some Roblox doing British Railways. One of those tomorrow. If you want to join us during the stream, we will be linking the server that we're on. More than welcome for you to jump on and drive a train and go up and down so we can see you. So that's tomorrow night. Won't be doing the same in the bus company one on Thursday because it's the first time we're doing that. Books, we want to get the thing going and build up, but maybe down the line then we'll do that and get a few people to join the bus company. So that's Thursday. Friday night, don't know what we're doing. Maybe find something new in Roblox, maybe do something else. We'll see who's around for Friday. Not here Saturday because going to a classic tractor thing up in Great Malvern. But then Sunday lunchtime, something. Maybe we do something new. Maybe it will be farming. We don't know. We will find out. So there we go. So thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company tonight and for putting up with my waffle. Not only tonight, but for the last 8 years. Anyway, and thanks to the Liverpool City, Leicester City, Ludlow County, whatever the one it is, for following, and Aidan for following earlier. There we go. Hey, you're a waffle man. I'll be back tomorrow night with some idiots to do some trains. More of them, Roblox style-y. Until then, if you have...
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't follow now, you fool. I'm just about to bloody finish. I've got to do the bloody thing. Picamina. Could have done a minute earlier. Would have been great, you know, but there's always one. Thanks for the follow. There we go. I'll be back tomorrow night with idiots to do some more of the trains thing. Until then, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching. It's been awesome. Good night.